Bettina Ortiz Yimenia was not accustomed to waiting. A former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up, of course, the exceedingly bronze strawberry blonde was these days the wife of Miami Auto Parts tycoon Herman Ortiz Yimenia, and at every restaurant she chose to grace with her presence, she was always greeted with reverence and whisked to the exact table she desired. Today, she wanted to order a table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island. She wanted to sit on one of the comfy orange canvas director's chairs and stare out at the gently lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad. But there was a large noisy group talking up the entire terrace, and they didn't seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were. The women overly tanned, wrinkled and saggy, none of them properly lifted or botoxed. She felt like walking up to their table and handing out her dermatologist's business cards. And the men were even worse, all dressed in all rampant shirts and shorts, wearing those cheap straw hats sold at the Tinkat Shop on Dunmore Street. Why did such people have to come here? The 3.5-mile long paradise with its pristine pink sand beaches was one of the best kept secrets in the Caribbean, a haven for the very rich filled with quaint little wood houses painted in the shades of sherbet, charming boutiques, chic oceanfront mansions, turned into inns and 5-star restaurants to rival St. Bart's. Tourists should have to take a style exam before being allowed to set foot on the island, feeling that she had been poutled long enough. Bettina stormed into the kitchen, the fringe on her crocheted Gucci Crafton top shaking fearlessly as she made a beeline for the woman with a shock pixie-cut blonde hair manning the main stove. Julia, honey, what's the dealio? I've waited more than 15 minutes from my table. Bettina sighed to the owner of the restaurant. Sorry, Bettina. It's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up first just before you did. Julia replied as she handed off a bowl of spicy conch chili to a waiting server. But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on the earth did you let those tourists take up all that space? Well, that tourist in the red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencore. His party just booted over from the Windermere. That is Royal Guzman, you see, moored off the coast. Isn't it the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen? I am not impressed with big boats, Bettina huffed. Although secretly she was rather impressed by people with big title. From the kitchen window, she surveyed the party assembled on the terrace with new eyes. These British types were such a strange breed. Sure, they had Savile Row suits and their heirloom tiaras, but they were traveled, they looked so painfully prompty. It was only that Bettina noticed 3 tan, well-built men in fitted, while t-shirts and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjacent table. The guys weren't eating but sat watchfully, slipping glasses and seltzer water. I assume that's the Duke's security detail. They couldn't be more obvious. They don't know that they were all billionaires on the Britland, and this isn't how we roll. Bettina thought. Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special guests. They even searched my walk-in freezer. See that Chinese fellow seated at the end of the table? Bettina squinted through her Dior Extask sunglasses at portly, balding, 70-something Asian masked dress in a nondescript white shirt sleeve golf shirt and gray trousers. Oh, I didn't even notice him. Am I supposed to know who he is? That's Alfred Schrank, Julie said in a hushed tone. Bettina giggled. Haha, he looks like the Jaffa. Doesn't he look like the guy that used to drive Jane Wyman around the Falcon Crest? Julie was trying to focus, steering a cut of tuna to perfection, shook her head a tight-lipped smile. From what I hear, that Jaffa is the most powerful man in Asia. What's his name again?